December 16, 2016. I'm taking the new light rail here for the first time, which goes from 5th and Jackson, the ID, up to Capitol Hill, and I don't know whether I should be appalled or amused or cackling, probably cackling, that they made the sign backwards. So it says "You are here" on Jackson. That would be correct, except for the fact they have Yesler Terrace Pea Patch Garden Gardens that way, and they're actually over that way. It says Pratt Fine Arts Center that way, but it's actually that way up where it says, like, the path where it says Wonder Bread over there. So how did they get Seattle Department of Transportation supervisors, managers, and execs to approve a sign that's completely reverse direction-wise and will totally confound some riders, especially like ESL riders, visitors, tourists, convention goers from other countries, and so on. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. So, well, at least they've got the rail line put in finally. And on the trolley heading north on 14th, heading to Capitol Hill, some of the windows from the inside leave something to be desired because they have so much kind of decal graphics on there. It's really hard to see where one is going, depending on how crowded it gets and where one's able to sit, which is a kind of poor design. On a positive note, the sign in front of the car I'm in is actually has a good large high contrast black type for the indicating the next stop. Good. Well, there is one bike area and the car I'm in, and there's one wheelchair seat. I haven't figured out how the wheelchair riders get on and off, because the level of the where I'm standing here is like at least several inches above where the sidewalk is. At least that's how it was at the last stop. We'll take a look at the forthcoming one here at Broadway and Denny in a moment.
Capitol Hill Station. Lake Light Rail. Wrongway and Denny.
This does a peculiar route. It crosses to the going north to the southbound side of the street here. I mean, yeah. And no, there is a considerable gap there. So I don't know how wheelchair riders get on and off. Have to find out. Later, I'm on the way back, and I think my question about how the wheelchair access is done is partially answered. Seated is a wheelchair space here. They don't have the kind of like seatbelt type of gizmos they have on the metro buses. But I guess someone inside, if you're inside the wheelchair and you can actually touch it, looks like if you touch that strip, ramp request, that must be the ramp under the rug there. So what I don't know is how, well, I guess presumably the driver would see somebody in a wheelchair waiting at the platform and to give it a stop. And then they would get out of their kind of cab in front, pull the rug back, and so on. So that's likely what the story is there.
Medical Center.
I'm at the First Hill streetcar stop on 14th Ave. Yesler is a block north of where I'm standing. Jackson is one block south over there where that car's turning. They've got another completely senseless map, which is turned sideways just to, I don't know, to confuse people using the First Hill streetcar, especially those who are unfamiliar, tourists, business people, people in for education conferences and so on. So they have "You are here," which actually this whole thing should be turned one full kind of turn to the right, so that 14th would be across here, which would match how people are standing when they're facing the signage. So it makes no sense to have Yesler up here when it's actually to the right, so it should be over here on the map. They've got Jackson on the bottom when it should be to the left on the map as one stands and faces the info sign. So I don't understand, neither do friends of mine, how they managed to make so many station signage maps completely upside down or sideways to how they will be read when actual live human beings look at them. So very, very peculiar.